Our top story this morning coming in from Kabul, where blasts have been reported in a Gurudwara. At least 2 blasts were reported in a Gurudwara in Afghanistan's capital city, Kabul. The Foreign Ministry, in fact, has said that they are keeping a close eye on the developments. Meanwhile, BJP's Manjinder Sirsa, who has been closely monitoring the situation there in Kabul, has tweeted that a guard of the Gurudwara has been shot dead. Remember, prior to this, 3 explosions had rocked the capital city on the 25th of May, leaving at least 9 people killed and 15 others injured. Kadambani has been tracking the developments there for us. Kadambani, have more details come in, if you could fill us in.
Well, there are 2 types of details which are coming in. One which says that all the terrorists that had attacked the Gurudwara have been neutralized by Afghan soldiers, and Gurudwara is now under the police control in Afghanistan. But there are also some reports which say that the gunfire is still on. What we are learning now is that the Gurudwara was attacked from 2 sides. Explosions happened on 2 gates of Gurudwaras. One guard, Afghan guard who was there, has been killed. There are also reports of some devotees who are missing. But more or less, it seems like situation is finally coming under control. We are also learning that some Afghan policemen who were there, the Taliban policemen who were there, they have been injured in the gunfight. And but one reassuring thing which is coming in, the reports which are coming in, is that in all probability the attack is over, and we are just waiting for official confirmation of what exactly has transpired here. But what has happened here is something which is which has happened before as well. There have been other attacks as well, but this time this is under Taliban government, and ISIS has been attacking different places under Taliban government, and it has become a headache for Taliban government. We have also seen the MEA, the External Affairs Ministry statement that they are quite concerned about what has been happening, and they have been monitoring the situation closely. So what we will have to see that the attack which started at 6 a.m. the local time, whether it has finally ended. We are waiting for official confirmation, and the situation of the devotees who were inside there for prayers, and it had just started at 6 a.m. in the morning when the terrorists stormed this Gurudwara complex. So the final situation, the final picture is yet to emerge. However, we will have to see what arrangements, so the security arrangements, which has been a big question after Taliban takeover, will be done after this, and how this situation unfolds, and whether any plans of any other measures which come forward.
All right, so some more clarity is awaited, an official confirmation, I beg your pardon, on the front, whether the operation has ended or not, is going to come in later, or we are expecting that to come out soon. Kadambani, also the MEA back home is tracking the situation very closely. In fact, they've come out with a statement saying that they are monitoring the situation and that they're deeply concerned at the reports that are emanating from Kabul about this attack. Now, do we know more about, how many devotees are there inside the Gurudwara? How many have been evacuated? Whether any casualties have been reported or not?
Well, as far as casualties are concerned, there is a definite report only about one guard who had been killed outside. Apart from that, there are some reports of 3 Sikhs missing there, but there is no confirmation on that. What we are learning is a number somewhere between 16 and 30 of devotees who were inside the Gurudwara at the time when the Gurudwara was attacked. That was 6 a.m. in the morning. But also there is no definite number which has been put there at the moment. However, once the attack is over and the situation is under control, we will learn exactly what had happened and how many people have been killed. But of course, this is a very serious situation, and MEA is monitoring the situation. But we'll have to see what officially comes out of Taliban government and what they say, and from other Sikh devotees who are in contact with India at the moment.
Samani Sharma, many thanks for joining us here and getting us those inputs there. Meanwhile, back home, BJP leader Manjinder Singh Sirsa, who's been monitoring the situation, said that 3 people have been evacuated and 1 guard of Gurudwara that's been attacked is reportedly dead. Let's listen in.
देखिए, अब तक की जो जानकारी है इसमें 3 लोग तो बाहर पक्का आ चुके हैं, एक जिनमें से एक रघुवीर सिंह है और इनमें से 3 में से 2 को हॉस्पिटल भेजा गया, एक ज़्यादा जख्मी है। जो वहाँ के चौकीदार थे, गार्ड थे जो गुरुद्वारा साहिब के, वो मुसलमान थे, वो उसकी फौत हो गई, उसकी गोली लगने से मौत हो गई है वहाँ पर। और 7 से 8 लोग अभी भी बताए जा रहे हैं अंदर हैं, लेकिन कंफर्म नहीं है कितने अंदर हैं जी। कुछ लोगों को पीछे से अभी निकालने की बात और भी हो रही है, लेकिन वो भी अभी तक कंफर्म नहीं हुई। पुलिस कुछ जानकारियां देने की कोशिश कर रही है जो उनके हाथ में।
And back home, fresh violence has been reported over the Agnipath military scheme that's being reported from Uttar Pradesh's Jaunpur city. A mob has blocked the national highway. These are visuals that are being played out on your television screens of a torched bus. And these are reports of fresh violence that are coming in from Jaunpur. Heavy police presence in the area now, but despite that, protesters going on a rampage and yet again on the 4th consecutive day creating ruckus and mayhem. Alok, they're joining us on the phone line to tell us more. Alok, yet another report of fresh violence there coming in from Jaunpur this morning.
Yes, Jaunpur is a district in eastern Uttar Pradesh. It is close to Varanasi, about 60 kilometers from here. And this morning there is an area called Lala Bazar, which is on a national highway that connects Jaunpur to the Prayagraj town or district. So that's where this violence has been reported from. So from the visuals that have been sent to us, at least 1 government bus has been set on fire. Another government bus has been smashed, and at least 1 motorcycle has also been set on fire. And at least 1 other car has also been smashed. Now this happened about 90 minutes ago, I would say, 1.5 hours ago. And from the reports that are available to us right now, it seems that there's a heavy police presence there and things are quieter. Nevertheless, this is a fresh reported violence this morning. While thankfully, you haven't seen large-scale violence till now today. While yesterday we saw what happened in places like Aligarh, Balia, Mathura, Varanasi, where I was. Today, so far we've had this report from Jaunpur. It's worrying, but one hopes that the police and administration will get a lid on it. The other aspect is the prosecution of what's happening. Now, the police has said that they've registered about 6 FIRs and arrested over 100 people, I think 200 people so far related to the violence. But I have to point out that the tone of the police is more conciliatory when it comes to tackling this violence. And they are talking about holding a dialogue with the protesters, etc. And this is a marked difference from what the tone of the police and the administration was a week ago, when there was violence in the state related to remarks by ex-BJP spokespersons on Prophet Muhammad. Then they spoke about the NSA, the Gangster Act, etc. Today it is reconciliation. Nevertheless, one hopes that there won't be any further violence.
All right, Alok Pandey, thanks for getting us that update there. As Alok was pointing out, the UP police now are taking action though. 260 protesters have been arrested by the UP police after the demonstrations over the Agniveer scheme yesterday. There were violent demonstrations in Aligarh, Mathura as well as Agra and UP. In Aligarh, the protesters had set a police post on fire. About 5 buses were vandalized, in which about 10 policemen were injured. In fact, this is a ground report that's been put out by my colleague Saurabh Shukla from Aligarh. Take a look.
More than 500 students gathered and they burnt this chowki. You can see the room right here at this police chowki. Now the cops are getting it plastered and painted. You can see this whole police station was burnt by the protesters yesterday. More than 6 policemen got injured. This car, you can see, it was also damaged by the protester. More than 6 buses of UP roadways and 1 bus of Haryana roadways was vandalized and stone pelted. As of now, according to Aligarh police, they have arrested 30 protesters who indulged themselves in violence. They've also issued a poster where they've identified issued a number. They have clearly saying that if somebody calls and identify these protesters, that their name will be their name will not be revealed. So as if now you can see the beefed up security at Jattari Chowki of Aligarh. Things seems to be fine today. Police they are after the protesters and especially the instigators and the planners. So things are quite normal in Uttar Pradesh today, as if now there are no reports of violence and any violent protests in Uttar Pradesh. Yesterday, especially in West UP, Agra, Mathura and in Aligarh, there were protests and there were violent protests. As of now, things are fine, peaceful. Now, policemen are saying, the senior officials of UP police, they are saying that they are after these protesters and especially those who indulge themselves in violence. In Aligarh with Ashok Mahale, Saurabh Shukla for NDTV.
And some more privileges have been announced for Agniveers. The Home Ministry has decided to give 3 years age relaxation beyond the prescribed upper age limit to Agniveers for recruitment in the Central Armed Police Forces and Assam Rifles. Further, for the first batch of Agniveer, the age relaxation will be for 5 years beyond the prescribed upper age limit. In fact, that tweet was put out by the Home Minister himself. He said that the MHA also decides to give 3 years age relaxation beyond the prescribed upper age limit to Agniveers for recruitment. Further, for the first batch of Agniveer, the age relaxation will be for 5 years beyond the prescribed upper age limit. Meanwhile, there have been fresh protests today in Jahanabad. Protesters torched vehicles. There was also stone pelting that took place after 3 days of violent protests over Agnipath. Students' organizations in Bihar have now called for a 24-hour Bihar Bandh, demanding an immediate rollback of the Agnipath military scheme. Now, Bihar clearly is being emerging as the epicenter of all these protests against the new recruitment plan. Internet has been suspended in 12 districts in Bihar. The government has said that the misuse of social networking sites is likely to be detrimental to interests of peace in 12 districts. Bihar BJP President Sanjay Jaiswal's residence in Batia town was vandalized on Friday, as was Deputy Chief Minister Renu Devi's house. As you can see on your television screens, these are visuals from Gaya in Bihar, where yet again vandalism took place at the railway station. Here's a report.
Target railway stations, toll plazas and the homes of BJP leaders. Protests against the new recruitment scheme Agnipath rapidly descending into open vandalism and chaos as hundreds of young men with sticks, masks and stones attacked all symbols of what they say is a decision that ruins their future prospects. In shocking visuals, bogies of trains completely burnt, from the Jammu Tawi Express at Motihari Nagar on the Hajipur-Baroni line and coaches of the Bihar Sampark Kranti Express burnt at Samastipur, as masked youth went on a rampage.
जब आपने जो भर्तियां हैं जो 4 साल के लिए केवल कर दिया है, तो ये नेता लोग के चुनाव भी तो 4 साल के लिमिटेड होना चाहिए.
Also in the firing line were BJP MLAs and workers. Security now increased at BJP offices across the state. The House of Bihar's Deputy Chief Minister Renu Devi, a BJP legislature, attacked.
देखिए, सबसे बड़ी बात है कि 4 साल की नौकरी और नेता में दोनों में अंतर होता है. नौकरी नहीं है. अभी भी मैं कह रही हूँ कि नौकरी नहीं है, ये ट्रेनिंग है. ये कौशल विकास की ट्रेनिंग है. ये सेना की कौशल विकास की ट्रेनिंग.
In a few hundred meters away in the same town of Betia, stones pelted at the residence of BJP MP and Bihar BJP chief Sanjay Jaiswal, even as the MP was inside his residence. Seeing the targeted attacks, security increased at BJP offices across the state.
जानबूझकर एक अफवाह फैलाई जा रही है कि युवाओं को अग्निवीर से कोई दिक्कत होने वाली है, जबकि यह बिल्कुल साफ है कि इसमें रेजिमेंटल सिस्टम खत्म नहीं होगा. 17 साल में जो बच्चे 12वीं पास नहीं किए होंगे, जब वह 4 साल उनका पूरा होगा तो उनको 12th का सर्टिफिकेट 20 साल में मिलेगा.
Ex-army chiefs strongly condemned this vandalism, saying youngsters like these don't belong in the armed forces. But the big question remains why Bihar has emerged as the epicenter for protests against the new scheme. The reason, experts say, is that it is one of the states in the country with the highest rate of unemployed young people, nearly 38 lakhs. Many who spent years preparing for government exams like the civil services, the armed forces and the railways. The rate of unemployment in Bihar at 14% is nearly double the national average. With Manish Kumar in Patna, in Jaipur, Harsha Kumari Singh, NDTV.
Right, so clearly Bihar emerging as the epicenter of all these protests. And when NDTV questioned the DGP of Bihar regarding the Bihar violence cases, he left without giving any answer. Take a look.
There was so much of violence. What was Bihar police doing? There is no point in asking all these questions. I have already given my statement. I am telling you, no? Whatever I have to say, I have already said.
नहीं, लेकिन बिहार पुलिस के ऊपर आ रहा है कि बिहार पुलिस ने टाइमली एक्शन क्यों नहीं लिया? ऐसे कोई इतनी संपत्ति का नुकसान हुआ?
अरे आपका परसेप्शन है, रखिए ना अपना परसेप्शन अपने पास.
All right.